messages e found koma ye ba be di enwume onim say flyer na kire say VGM be di ho akosini na we hu sister if ya flyer yi so nso de na kire performance be koso and the carry go and say weather emu nyina ye bete ani jeje nyina ye bete e wo show yi so enwume de me call Volta Ridge me call from Mountain na de osiesie me hu ye friend Rubits na Rubits say wo hia na obetimi afre 0548017696 sanso na Lucky adaruma o hwe ye table yi so ya tupunu fefefe kelewele kakra nchichos kakra ena abrofo de so kakra wom ena ye ba be ye party say yes ye grow na yedi na ye ka nyoma ehu hia so wo entertainment fraternity we sanso na meda me makeup artist say didi die o hia na oye obetimi afre no 0272149327 DDD. That's the handle also on Instagram. Na medai nkofoya yeni ombabebo nkomo enyume edi. Na minim say ebi mo ehu mo flyer no so dida. But in no particular order, but I'll save the female for last. May reverse order no. Na ma start with papa bi enwe wakra books bebre edi aba studio ha. Ni nyina VGM nti. Na debia me kase se wo sa business we mu a na ohwehwe manual don't look far from Arnold Asamoah-Bedu Arnold akwaba
Mzgee
na books we koso safri
oh books we dey hodada e wo me archives name we 2006 we 2011 we 2019
ni nyina BGM
asem but Robert me hu ni mo ntima fa
ayo eni Robert ya wote so obo ni din no ono na okasama juma institutional omo handle Ghana Music Awards ye Chatter House ko na omo di omo hesi o say omo bebo musicians abaso ye Chatter House Robert Clark na Daruma na Arnold Kita Books Robert Akwaba na also books we ni books no one chim but before we organ you are igbele un when what a origin my igbe origin on so free Volta region and ta leke fo ayo to Ghana month nti na we hu say yes set niti say and yes you address it to represent match aye celebrating Ghana month no na the ultimate chain bra ivie eba artist management say I just so come manage Jay-Z because Ghana had the say wa manage topmost na sesia so osan wo artist or manager topmost na chese Shatawale na o artist or manager ni sesia your friend Vanilla and na Papi of 55 fame your friend no Lawrence Nana Esiama Hansen ba o share na wetimi your friend no Bulldog and say Bull God open na otimi ma sister baby so Sky TV so a o ma no
na dey no beba bisa me Sky TV so
that's all your senior brother
so TV so
Debi Chairman for Songwriters Association Ghana ha oye artist manager nso wachro nyuma manko for bebre part wakasa no de onim chen ye nyina yeti studio ha ye friend no Mr Logic akwaba we dey me kwaba na ma be bisa question bi e fa part 1 no ho ntimi ba na be bisa question bi e fa part 1 but yes sister papa say whether ni ko e touch makakra na ya kai no. But apart from whether nyumna ajidi in Ghana ha, even people from the gospel fraternity are minimum wotunu. Or someone nyum to say jeje, or nyum to say I will love you. Tighten are you ready? No, and sisi ade also near carry go. Your friend sister Efia. Who got a carry go? Carry go. You say you can't pay the one. Yes. Na ekose
oh nyame adom ekoka kakra I mean only say minimum normally it take time and sana I mean obia a bit some but this song no I mean yeah it's doing well
and you must wafa ho pa
me that's almost a Ghana man since I came here
with the touch of Ghana
yes
why idea because we can say Ghana man dey anka we can say we marking no but with the touch of Ghana dey why idea Mr Logic the entire make part 1 one say this week as adibi am who on social media you see part 1 tree you have similarities ampa
oh yeah
ampa
I think it's because of how slaves they were taken from the west coast mostly na idiom called West Indies in part 1 can say a language it was developed through I say abrof no per se in develop language bi kasa boni na onte in pidgin English and English ya can boom na patoa. Nti most tree language na patoa mo.
Oh sir.
Yeah, kase be say obi abeka say basa basa. E Ghana. But Jamaica beka pasa pasa. We say alphabet na change by the same meaning. Obi ka so mpe pasa pasa, I say me mpe gidigidi bia wa ha. Mpe confusion. Ghana say person ka say mpe basa basa bia the same thing. What you say? And I face we say our tribe Jamaica from Maroon tribe. Ah hono ye country ankasa wo. You from Maroon town. You can Kojo, Abena, Aben, just like Ghana.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, in Tunisia, most Caribbeans they trace their roots to Ghana, West Africa, like especially Ghana.
Oh, okay.
And Tisanet, yeah.
And so, almost three stone boys saw one, and then Omanya and she must say, part one, any tree was.
Oh, any tree, or a lot of similarities, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Now back to the business of the evening. Meaning, say last week, Nayeti Hanum say, now VGM for na Charterhouse was so year nominees announcements. To see the Obia Chimaye, Claire, I Claire, game is over. Say you nominate you, say you nominate you, say the what is your nominating no, you nominating no, say the Obia Ajiatum. But yenim so say VGM and Swaba say Obabeka say Mama 1 week grace period for Obia our problem be an answer wadrin shebi for nomination now my home. On betre na dream. Ebi see that Ghana ha. Say the first of its kind. Me start with Wu Arnold. I then oh shall book man sa. And the mami go stay here home bra. Make and there me bisa no so onya nomination bi. Why bi?
Honestly, this last year na my ejuma bia I had to nominate it for.
Why ejuma bia deserving?
Well, but I don't know, but compared to 2 years ago, no, last year wasn't as great as 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, with the part because nobody will be in your back, so you who made Juma na me, Juma na yan, especially because what kind time pass say, I saw my blacklist too. I say,
I didn't say VGMA. I was saying like the metida. So I was like, okay, maybe I don't go for home media fine, but media me Juma, you know, I'm just doing my work. And I have the fans are more supporting me, so I just focus on just delivering my songs to the fans now. And the BCBI, and I feel the VGM so your time what there, and yeah, what only be into me what I say so, and yeah, my time. Yeah,
you and yeah, not back to you.
Back to me.
Window period 1 week.
Well, first of all, Mebo Charterhouse for Abaso for Somaya Awards for 24 years straight. And easy. To actually put together an event Ghana be JH na yinina jitum say arguably the biggest event when it comes to your entertainment calendar. So the fee entertainment calendar no crana, I mean the entire calendar no, because every VGM you actually see politicians, you see beauty queens, you know, all manner of people from different divides, you know, a converge of VGM platform na say. So it has become one of our biggest events. The other good thing is international audience no pay attention to events since Channel started some mobile taking coverage of the events other international platforms are very interested when it comes to the VGM. So award that yakuma so me bo mabaso for the organization, me board nabaso because you and I have been and any logic being part of board sittings and we know how it goes. The deliberations, the difficulties in agreeing on a consensus and all. So I say about board and so abaso. Any organization, no. I mean those people like yin who are part of the scheme, no. But having said that, no, for me I believe say the 1 week window, no, and you be impressing me be. And I say that because of the fact say as I expected say scheme no be obey Jumani Senate. Inti Obeka say okay, made them a list about it presupposes say every personality be and every unit be responsible for a Jumana somewhere before the list comes out. Be in a Juma. But the PA now can say okay, a window say more from critics and observers and for more mistakes and errors. And I say maybe a or scheme no more from our general. I feel say it means a research team no shadow man because a lot of people have raised issues about nominations, category definitions, any near be and almost 80% are genuine. If the scheme after a month or year complaints before they actually come out and say, so yeah, 1 week window, no, then it raises some kind of eyebrows. It was not part of the communication a bar first, no, unless I stand me, unless or correct me. They make out and say, AB Asanka, yeah, release procedures for these editions of the awards. And I can say, oh, as part of new changes, no, and not changes, no, yeah, the way so air count. You don't wait till people actually raise genuine issues and something like say, okay, yeah, my 1 week for corrections.
Afterthought.
Of course, that's how I feel. And secondly, awards, in the last couple of years, I suffer some level of transparency and credibility issues. And say, maybe a genuine error, and I say misplacements be was scheme na me catch them na mu effect here. It goes on to add on to that level of credibility and transparency and the ineffectiveness a shrouded awards. So for me, I feel say moving forward, they should really research team board should do their work. If you have any Robert kind of say, oh, Grammy crown but Grammy, what they actually do is to spelling mistakes. You can your checks are spelling. I misspell will be ding and say, and so they and you don't throw it out to the general public to do what I say. So I have make a cry because of the level of transparency, credibility about awards in the last couple of years. Oh, opens our window no. So conversation will start, and for me, into moving forward, they should try and fix it. Into listen about now margin of error near Kitui.
Now, so say a margin of error near.
Oh, baby.
Over percentage.
Oh, remember be 50 to 60%. Yeah.
Everybody can errors know and what you feel, but Mr. Logic only ano the arguing only in arguing. Okay.
Because the time and time, anytime we are nomination about to be our industry complaints, artists complain. You know, complaining, this should have been here, this should have been there. So I think it's in the right direction. So we decided they've opened a window for people to, come up with their whatever suggestions, complaints, whatever. And my concern is, would they listen? That is the problem. So what I say, don't open a window or a book for us to come and complain. Like I say no more, you leave it like that. Would you make changes if we should come up and say, okay, this artist shouldn't be here? Will you remove the person? That is, I don't know many are not bet me I drink akra. Else no. So if they will make changes there, then I will not agree with Arnold. But if it's just a window for us to come and complain now, then it doesn't make sense. What I say. But somebody already saw me make changes. Say, Sister Fia, she wasn't part. Why is Sister Fia not part? Okay, Sister Fia Koshaw. Are there possibilities like that? And yes, what are you going to do with the complaints? What do you buy? Well, intermediate, I think first of its kind, it's a smart idea because for the past 24 years, anytime VGMA's nomination about to be complaining, we said miniha, we said that internal for my account. So, as the leading, let me say the biggest scheme in Ghana, it's the smartest move I'm gonna make it to show we think ahead of, whether the rest and I say of time or whatever. But but what will you do with the complaints? What I'm saying, Robert Echilemu. I want to buy then. You see, as I say, Ebia PCA Esther, she is not a vocalist. Will you remove her? It's a question. If you will remove her, then what are you doing with this window you've opened? Is there a window for us to look through and just what I say? What sense will it make? Until he is able to clear say, oh, some of the suggestions in the bar, you better make changes, then it will be first of its kind. Our nominations are bar. Academy and board are making your suggestions. The public and industry stakeholders have been able to make changes. And on a unique. Until that, seriously, it's like the same win Nayeding. It's the same old issue. So I really want Robert to clear that part. Say, what the suggestions in the bar, we will make changes. Then we can say, okay, Sister Fia said she didn't work last year. Matisse, a guy, be a friend in DJ. Also, he has the biggest, most popular song with DJ's most popular song. Fanefem. He wasn't nominated. So will you put Azonto in there if we ask you to? So also be you've opened up for, you are open for discussions and suggestions. Will you do that? I need Robert to clear that part. Else, I think the VGMAs, aside that, you know, they've really been consistent. But, well, I don't have much complaints because, Charlie, until when I decided, say, you per se, you organize it, Robert, why you laugh? You know, I stopped, me can't treat more. You know, me treat me, and you tell me the wafer. Me jai say, me criticize it, our schemes. Until when me name me team be say per se organize awards. Na me share stress in a woman no. Pressure ni sika semne. I'm say no, these guys we need to leave them alone. What I say, you know, me jai criticizing and bashing, but rather want to know the problems and then discuss it. What I say, me and Kasa they've really worked. But this new development, you know, are they ready to make changes? If now, me say some people don't deserve, because I have some few names that don't deserve to be somewhere.
So we'll come back to names that hopefully say, say what baby any baby.
I guess I walk.
You back to
yes.
Before me call bisa Robert question now bisa no. Boo, ebi mo feel say we certain all kind smartness, but I say ya to ama eduma na ma I say abontin so for. Mo nkodwen hu na mo mbra na yemfa mo mu adwen enye adwuma na nka say ye no.
Again, I'll side with logic, where I think it's a good move. So, Oma be na microphone to me, Kevin. Now, I think the danger there, say, logic beside be say, you can't say we, as I say we were, and I say we were, mobile side, you know. Once they are able to do that one change, and then next year, say some way nomination. I'm telling you, because and they say like a big deba, because we are the need to shame. But I think the opening some opportunities just to pick ideas, you know, because in the past, they will not open, but me one of the huge concerns for me, they say a space like reggae artist or reggae category, maka several times. And so much too. Because reggae for your dance hall for so you know, because we had a base awards scheme just for reggae and dance hall, and we had people coming in every time. Into I dare not to say just one category. Yeah, shortlisting no be kati it be more off. Because we share this year like that. Obi to say
what do mean into nominations?
Yes. Obi to say episode. One song or your renditions be into when you were high life and I was so and you were reggae, no problem because it was good, all was good. You understand? But Obi to me I can say, oh, now high life need bigger than the reggae song, no. Into Obi so why reggae no. Maybe when you saw nomination, it was an opportunity for that person to enter that space. And as a BMU call, dance all anka, a bimusu benya. So for me, if they've opened a window for that's and for me it's just a plaque difference. Makasa, I was on a Paul I don't know show many killed some time back, and I make a plaque difference, keke. You know, just to accommodate in Grofone. So me, I think it's a good. But I don't think say they can effect any change. Consensus, no? And then maybe put it into a change next year. And so you can't say here, you know, Mr. Me disagree with.
But you are saying say more effective in the next edition. But that's not the point. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to effect the changes now. This current edition.
When you say that, we say yeah to me who purpose no until mama kasa. No. But be say bring your concerns. Oman can say your concerns will be dealt with. No,
it's clear. It's not releasing now no sentiments and grievances na edge to effect possible changes and clarify.
Yes. Me the man who say me don't be into Muma
Robert Ankasa. Before Robert Bekasa no, sister, what to say 1 week for the first time VGMA almost so mama 1 week. Nti anka we nominate one anka singer who hit song anka no so koka say ese anka me she baby ana me ese we she baby ana who sa move no say.
Yeah, some About VGM and 7 days, I'm person mechanic bebre because ebia no akofum obi and I say bibisa. Because the reason why I mean person make a VGM and 7 is you know Aswadin was one of the biggest songs, but they didn't nominate it, and I didn't understand why till now. That was my only problem. That's the reason why I don't want to go far with it. What I say, into no, I'll leave it to them. And you're on a kind of neck, I mean, say BBC you can't focus. I'm really lost. Yeah, I'm really lost with this whole conversation.
There be who names said VGMA for nominees announcements.
On my nominee, I know about that, but with the whole kind of 1 week, you know, I'm not.
And they were losing interest.
It's not about me losing interest. I was not nominated, so I don't really follow up like that.
Robert, and the in baby. First off, see purpose into a mama 1 week. Yeah, correct. Say more effective change, and I say yeah, correct. Kekene asam.
Okay. It's for corrections and omissions, and I say errors to address errors and then omissions. And first of all, it's not an afterthought. One of the norms I want to say, when you release the nominees on that same day, because we have the gathering with press media, we usually use the opportunity to announce anything that is new on the scheme, just to be able to highlight on that particular platform. The information was made on the same day of the announcements. In fact, before we announced the last batch of the categories for that particular night, that was Saturday. But last year, after the nominees were out, it just happened, say a friend is saying, there was a case between a free year Wuta and the Apietus. Say credit wasn't given. I think logic was saying credit wasn't given to Apietus. But if you check the information that we received, that is what we put out there. And say what we get to know, and on a elsewhere, filings are done by record label that clearly tell who contributed in the project, and so you have like information is flowing, it's tight, it's clean, it's clear. But in our situation, what should my filing now, or to do the filing, is not up to that level, so to say, in certain cases, you know. So sometimes the information that comes is not as accurate as you want it to be. So as soon as that thing happened last year, and we're like, we can't allow this. So what do? So one of the best things to do is to introduce a window for addressing errors, any omissions. ABIA, because they've been, in the past, there have been situations where some songs, just say, the release dates they were available, two. We'll see you release it first on maybe on YouTube another time. It's all like sometimes back and forth. It's not too clear. So some of the information as an industry, it's not too clear. The idea is, okay, let's use that particular opportunity, this issue now, let's turn it into the positive and open up 1 week. Say if anybody has anything that's just say if there are any errors and I say any omissions, then we can use that to address it. So the moment the program happened last week Saturday, one of the first things that was said was immediately the announcement that we have 1 week opening provisional window. Say if anybody has any of these things, we can use that to address. Information about out, and it was clear that a lot of people like the idea. As a matter of fact, it was on air, and I was engaging with Bulldog, and now Orca said, okay, so they wanted to know more, whether it could go beyond that. In Tebichecha, the initial intent was not for artists and whatever to tell us, say, Abia, you want this to go here. But again, when you're organizing schemes, and I say, what your project be, you have to be sharp with your ears in terms of opportunities that can help you better the scheme. Until we see, oh, you know what, the focus was not in that particular area. However, when person may deprive you from any information that they really feel, say, they want to be able to, champion. Who knows? It's possible that it could be considered. But even though that was not intent, if there is any information you want to share with us, feel free and share. Today, we have people just say people have written clear points, say okay, because of this and that, this person shouldn't be here, that kind of stuff, and it's quite insightful and exciting, and we are listening, and submissions have been made. So for us, where we sit, it's good information that's coming. As a matter of fact, some of the areas in so feedback in this particular submission is that it's even pointing out, say some we need to probably even work on the filing, the people who are submitting information, whether some areas where I said to me, education was so normal because you see every year you have new people coming into the industry. Every year you have new. So if we did that 5 years and I said 10 years and after 15 years ago, now it cannot stop. And while you assume, say, ABA, says sometimes everybody knows certain things because you're in the industry, only for you to discover that it's not really true. So the feedback now, I mean, I'm particularly happy because pointing out to specific areas are better to me focus on. We've been organizing a friend is a music seminar every time. Who knows? Maybe this particular time we can focus on specific areas based on feedback now, can be addressed. So yes, this was the intent, and this is what has happened to that particular space, and we are happy, say, at the end of the day, that kind of exchange also.
Me about your feedback now, Mzgee. Question now, bisani say, in society be nominees list so nomination list na appear didadano. To say baby ankofo say a touch mano musumuji to mu say ebia ana yampasa hanum say anke say we ne wa say we ne wa mo besesa.
Say a factual information that's warrant say change now. At the end of the day we'll do that will be done. But say ba abe challenge ebia yemfa ne say you didn't make a particular cut. In the process now you use it to determine, say, you didn't make the cut. It's the same process we'll go through. Those ones we don't consider them as errors because that particular work has been done. Say this is what was done. It's just that you are disagreeing with what has been done. You understand? So the focus of this thing was to ensure, say, any errors there and I say omissions and I say things that need to be included and stuff like that. Those are the areas I say addressing. If you understand what I'm saying.
Say metimi bisa and as metrama and the duo and as we be crazy. But I know so one obvious conversation called through a JBAD nomination. Into visa no. Do you take it as a clear error? Inti yebetimi yinidin free new artists nemu and I say no so make so yebe defense bi na ye will be yebetimi dey defending.
Oh, there's actually defense already for it, and I say there's an explanation for it. The only thing is where it's gotten to know, and because the filing has been done, I'm saying filing, the petition has been done, so to say, and it's been put out there. And see, we want to follow what we've asked for. Let me put it this way: if it's Mini Bulldog are on the same platform, and then we are having discussion on that particular platform, and Obisa Bibina Semimana answer now on that particular platform, then it means the answer has been the issue has been dealt with instantly because Obisa and Amema answer, and then it was in the public space. But now, a court the next level, official petition has come through. We will deal with it at that level because it's now like it has come into the system. If you understand what I'm saying, it's been so I can't give an answer. But I have to give an answer to that particular petition, not necessarily a conversation in public anymore. I don't know if you understand.
So boo baba bisa se ba me say meeting here. So that response to petition now can enye necessarily say you be doing free listening.
If it doesn't warrant it.
Okay. Boo.
So Robert, I like where you're going with it. So who's the nominations about Obiase JBAD is not new artist. Why BB like why Jumache Kakra and Afena Wenya a nomination as a new artist. Now I was on the platform with you and I can say it's the same thing with Obiti said Black Sheriff. Black Sheriff emergence into the system not like 2019 or start here or even late 2018. But up until last year, no new artist nomination and now, if you are saying say official petition about Are you saying say official petition apart from ABA artist camp and as industry? And the omudia ababe too many so no. Mu baba say okay, J-Bad and say obe woha and I say J-Bad as so say J-Bad much was okay. Yen pese ebe woha no. You honor that we no more yinefi and as an industry na kind of J-Bad in kan I just want some small clarification because I think say J-Bad at the end I can see pa in terms of asema yeah can
okay, so they may patch and say because of the nature of the conversation say say na me pay say official feedback eba
as our account.
Okay. It's because I say at this point, you know, it's just going to be conversation around it. I say, you know, so say a conversation that you're holding on a platform, and ubisami na say me will answer what I know that it's cleared. But given that there was no answer, and I do official level, a person you must have response in official way.
Oh,
next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
We don't know. Ending.
It ends this weekend until by tomorrow.
There's a similar situation on the J-Bad there. Before J-Bad conversation, and that there was the Irabna conversation. So the J-Bad conversation and the Irabna conversation is the same because the critics now are saying say Irabna any new artist. And now I'm nominating for best new artist category. Now, so a fan echo Irabna page, Instagram page, I seen the Kubisa and say, I need to VGM and I'm nominating for best new artist category when only new artist. And this is where Irabna the response. Or say, though I did not file for that category, VGMA board explained that I qualified to be in that category by virtue of the fact that I'm new to the scheme. In simple terms, I have not filed for or been nominated in the scheme before. So if Irabna, who is a gospel artist or kind of credit, then this is the official response to Irabna and to some effect J-Bad. Say this is the first time I'm nominating to the scheme. Me person bisa Robert say sa response way sa netiana so that I can pass my commentary. Say omu nominate J-Bad because like I said Irabna and J-Bad situation is the same. So if indeed Irabna say VGM before I explain that because also reach out and omu cheche and say omu nominating into the scheme no that the first time omu nominating into the scheme ni and need to know is allowed. If is that so?
Robert, ubayi anu because so same way say Irabna DNA I think say Austin a petition Austin Wood in a petition. No, okay, partial. Okay,
so a friend is saying Irabna Trono. Yes, it sits in the explanation.
But J-Bad DNA, the reason why said Arnold Bisai or Bisai say the same situation.
Instead of make say because J-Bad there are elements in it different, a bit different. So that's why I don't want to talk about J-Bad one because the petition too has gone through. So I want to be able to give a friend an official response to it. But Irabna then we can talk about it.
Okay.
The Irabna issue. So you've done.
The reason the reason I want to make J-Bad issue here because you said waka featuring artists who are collaboration that is that why it's difficult for you to speak about it?
They be say difficult. It's just that it's gone from conversation level to petition. Oh, say Lemfan say yeti has to say no. So what would be some questions? That's remember answers for Hanimona. It's ended because at the end of the day you have it. It's clear. But say yeah, to me anya concluding answers for you. Now we'll call ahead. Am I a petition now? Then I want to treat that as the petition that has come through. So that's an American.
Nana Munim said J-Bad mu nominating da. Ewo collaboration of the year.
But what I'm saying is
no, maybe some questions and Munim and I say category definition na be such that yet me nominate you be for featuring. Now I feel you consider this or your new or your existing artists because this na mama Irabna explanation on you nominating that as an individual and yes.
Yeah, but dynamics need a bit different. Instead of make us say, I want to deal with that, the official way. There are a few dynamics about it. As a matter of fact, though, the new artist of the year category is one of the most complicated, and it comes with certain other things, and not just what we've seen, other things. So in Abia, what we'll do is say you mass information, and we can clarify every other element that comes with it. There are some things in connection with you being a performer and not being a performer. All of that, I think that consideration has to be given completely.
Maybe I should bet me my definition. Because I'm sure you're interested in that, because we are moving on to the nominees, the list of the nominees. So bet me because the new artist of the year category, you have it.
Oh, I have
Is it the same as what he has?
Yes.
We are sure said the Arnold one and or what? Now man go ahead. Because you can would the same thing and no counter.
The best new artist is the artist adjudged by the Academy Board and general public as the most promising and talented emerging artist. Artists normally into brackets Saba, just in case I'm a group or duo. The award goes to a relatively new artist who released a single album that establishes the public identity of the artist. But you're the same as what you have.
That's what we need. Sir, information in our meeting.
Okay, but this is what it is.
Oh, Polly. Okay,
Yeah,
whilst you're
Polly,
pulling,
I'm
so
just
whilst you're pulling, so
Yes.
Logic.
Me, seriously, I think the Irabra situation is the same as J-Bar situation. The complaints are the same. Say, omunye new artist, and you're nominating for best new artist category. Now, Irabra said I reach out to the VGMA board. I'm an explanation. Now Robert is telling me, say, well, and you're the same dynamics. I mean,
So let me chip in something to help your conversation.
Yes, boss.
I think the opposition with because it came up at another discussion. J-Bar Muno, I think last year, petition the scheme say don't touch our works.
Okay.
Inti ebia, I mean him say Abraham Bibisa. Say so when Bibisa, then truly dynamics in here different.
Don't touch our works.
Don't touch
Like don't nominate us.
But don't nominate us, you know. He was still introduced to the awards last year as a collaborator.
Yeah, from somebody else.
It doesn't matter. He was still introduced to the awards. We are no crazy. The issue about being introduced to the awards to the scheme for the first time is not in the definition. It is also not in the operational definition. And I've read it to you clearly.
Operational definition.
Yes.
And we've just read only one or two. You have all the two.
So say it to us.
What operational definition and Patrick Chenway?
With the ending,
Debbie, listen. At times, let's eliminate BB to say. Well, if it's not here, it's not here. Show us. Debbie, very simple. Show us.
me see anyhow.
Show.
We could do operational definition. So the facts and the background if any.
So.
I beg. If they see, say, new artist of the year, you must be introduced the scheme for the first time. If you see, I tell them.
Logic, read my.
No, just go through. Maybe see a name.
From the very beginning.
Also say,
What do you see there?
I see a lot.
What do you know? Like title of the document.
so operational definition. There's release. There's hip life music.
Good.
There's gospel music.
Good.
There's hip hop. There's Afro pop. There's songwriter. There's music producer. There's high life.
Good.
Now.
And these are what operational definitions of
relax,
the various things we've mentioned, right?
No. According to the website as well, you actually find operational definitions.
Money we are not.
Question.
Now, website and you actually see more of the operational definitions, and I'm putting it to you, say, as someone who catch a rap now, any category definitions, because that's what we work with. And I said, why do you now? So I know I will refer to operational definitions. A, B, and I make catch or say, any prove me wrong.
Okay, the ball is in your court.
Good. Operational definitions don't carry guidelines.
Exactly.
Good. So relax. So you shouldn't even say it's not there. No, because it is not meant to be there.
No, the point is.
Listen, we have rules we use in working.
Okay.
And operational definition. You already know. Definitions for genres.
No, you are not
we use in working. It's different from the guidelines of the scheme.
Into all say no any original definition. Or new into all dream say beer. na a operational one into all
because you've communicated due to the artist. This is what it is. It is based on what it's in our catch. Let me just say anyhow communicated boss when you the change baby. What? Also the person was not is the first time she's been introduced their scheme. That's how come you're nominating her. Let me say anyhow. And good. Basis banks and all the class has changed.
So we have guidelines, and the guidelines we use. Where is with us? Why? It's with us. What do you mean? Yeah, it's with the board. It's with us. We use it to run.
Not just say movie be you have not given the public everything.
No. It's not everything. It's not everything. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not everything that is here. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was surprised that he was suggesting say Ewaha. Because it's not even meant to be here.
Then,
and I've said it on platforms. And I've said it on platforms. By and large, in most of the engagements, I'm discovering that most of the issues that people have is because our guidelines, is not out there. So I even said, 90 days after this particular edition, we will have that review. And also add everything that we've been operating with, so that we can have that 360-degree look at guidelines in the age, then we can release that to the public, so that we say back end guide na the age, then we can also share that together with the rest of the population.
It's guidelines now kind of accessible to the public or by the public. So guidelines sa conversation here a rabna semuni ni have and our guidelines no.
Yes.
So once you nominate you that so you 19 kojo artists na say you nominate you that na wanya get song na wait me the what new artists of the year even though what nyum sa our guidelines.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that particular category is even more complicated than this. This is not the only thing. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's even more than this. It's more than this. This is just one aspect of it. That's what I'm saying. It's more than this. It's probably the most complicated category. So I get where he's coming from, but my only surprise, my only point is,
not get
at times, when you are talking, understand, say, you don't know it all.
Oh,
and when you know, you can say, no problem. They won't know this. Then we will inform you. Because it's not a fight. You can talk and we can choose to listen. Or when you finish talking, we say you and we'll not listen. And either way, it is still you talking. You understand? And see, all I'm saying is that
what is this guy?
You should just relax about what he wants to make. So, that's all. Otherwise, I don't really have any issue. All I'm saying is that because that kind of statement, it's only at times, for you, you are just talking, you are trying to prove a point. But for us, a company, its reputation, there are people who are working. There are implications to everything that's happening. And see, when you speak, it's a bit funny. And see, you should handle it in such a way that we can judge.
Remember Arnold, that's a mood but I know so person man response. But before Arnold Beba now make Logic also, because Logic also doesn't seem to agree with the
Logic's point is said, will we listen?
No, but we're moving on from that. But maybe maybe said guidelines is any public domain. How does he inform or be all filing for nomination? Because me need sa guideline no public so say me tunyum na say last 5 years me started say me tunyum no me nya hit here but VGM say me nya hit in 2024 metimi file as new artist say any public domain say me file a me then metimi file.
And so usually it's always been the preserve of the board. Into board they make those decisions. In fact, decisions all the way through to even deciding the genre of your music. Say, say at the end of the day, this particular music couple, this is not the genre where it belongs. They will change it and they will put it to the appropriate place as per the definitions that the scheme works with. You understand? Until America say, so this is how it's been. But in everyday engagement, things come up. And Until America say, I have come to see that all of these info now, it needs to get to a point where I say out. Not in confirm to me who say and I idea ejuma no. So once they understand, hopefully it will clear a lot of things and it make things easier.
I know. Yet you worry about
first of all, I think say as PR no kasa na you can about kasa your pa ne befa your pa enfa no. For me, I think say it's not appropriate. And your Charterhouse Music Awards, a Ghana Music Awards. Yeah, it's taking stakeholders in the awards. And anything now be 1 week provisional window or whatever it is for the public to actually provide almost sentiments or more D&D. Because you person with tea. It's a mess me was a stakeholder that may catch us so saying you said fast here. What's one I catch him say your pan BT, your pan. Then you must as well go and do the awards in your kitchen.
First of all,
Charterhouse. Okay. You understand? Then you must when you say how be one provisional here in the statement of HSA, sir, provisional window near parading, that's what he means. Now, what's say board no guidelines? Then BG, a waste of time. Because if I come out with a genuine concern, Becca so board no guidelines be a show mukutuku used to actually do deliberation and do categorization donation. And that for me is not fair. Because once a year largely a public-oriented entities here. Said VGMA largely no a public-oriented awards. So the public has a big stake in the awards. So every decision you take, the public must be aware. Bulldog as an artist manager must be aware. Logic must be aware as a stakeholder in the industry. It's as simple as that. Listen, Grammy, industry awards, and for public. As an academy, no matter taking decisions, no matter. But guess what? When they are taking decisions, they make it public, and they make it months, sometimes years ahead. And can for public no, but they realize that general public no a stakeholder because at the end of the number 2, labels, artists, stakeholders. If you take critical decisions beyond a concern awards now, you might hear public. And here you are telling me say what the board no guidelines show mukutukum. It's anti-BB now I catch him so your guidelines are used, so then the public is not aware of the guidelines. How does that help the credibility and the transparency of the awards? I mean, let's elevate our way kakra.
I know you have a solid point, but I need you to also understand. So usually, how are we comparing a 60-year-old event to a 24-year-old one? Now, all these things that you are saying, I think he's just addressed it by saying, over the years, not sanet here. Now, from some of these critics, and these are very critical issues. Into moving on, I think they will have to now give everything out and say these are the things that we. But he said that already. Say these are the things these are the parameters or the metrics that we use. So I think there's no way we can even compare the Grammy to Ghana Music Awards. Because Usha, if we want to trace back and want to go into history, I'm sure Arnold will be very good in that. I mean, going to research. The 24th year of the Ghana of the Grammys, what were they like? What are the issues? Even up until today, they give out information months ahead or even weeks ahead of the event itself. People like the Chris Browns and everybody will still have something to bite. Okay. You have a solid point, but PR knows who I can say, oh, there what can unless
Mr. Logic.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, I think what Robert is saying is a bit the Robert Jenna technical dynamics that they use, and you cannot force them to bring out everything. At the same time, Metiano Swasi say, why don't you give the public all the information? Because there is an operational definition and what category definition. I say whether they are the same and I say they are differences. But seriously, technically, no. If even you have been underground for 80 years, that's when you're hating there. You are supposed to be qualified for a best new artist. Technically, if not for the purposes of award policies, any metrics they use if I've been underground, even if I'm 90 years old, hitting there, I should be qualified to be a best new artist, regardless of any policies and metrics anywhere. Sure. Because once you get a hit song, you become a new artist. What you say? Into ABR, those are the technical dynamics they cannot give out. But once you pass to that mainstream level, no, it applies to you. I don't think that they come. I don't think Arnold should use that against them.
No, I'm not using it.
No.
What you said is what is out there.
No, I know. What's out there is I'm coming. Who said you gave two definitions, operational definition and then category definition. I'm coming. That's what you said.
No, I'm just because
you are weighing the two.
It's not even about definitions.
Yes.
The issue now, what can say? Say, underground 100 years.
Yes.
Now one hit song, you should be introduced into the new artist.
That
is what we all know.
Yes.
But now he's telling us that is not what it is again.
No, but if I pick, no, that's not what he said.
That's the answer they gave to Rabna.
No, but that's not what Robert is saying here.
No, that's not what they gave to
Can you read over?
Wait.
Can you read the Rabna thing again?
I'm not done.
Hold on.
Can you read over what response Rabna got?
Rabna already has a hit song.
Yes.
You understand?
In the past.
In the past.
Yes.
But she was not nominated in the scheme. Now they are telling her, because this is the first time we're being introduced to the scheme, it's fine
to qualify for best new artist.
Exactly.
Okay, so
I like what you said. Wait, Beba. So what is the hit song?
No, let's logic.
Yes, Bulldog. The response Arnold gave now, it make understand say what Robert is saying. Okay, let's say we can now say that if Irabna she get hit song before, where she no qualify to be in the scheme at that time. Why?
Maybe shortlist to get them.
Shortlisted.
Based on what he said.
That's what I'm coming to. She wasn't shortlisted based on the number of at that time.
Yes.
So if now she fit in, I don't see anything wrong with it.
No.
Seriously, no.
It's fine.
No. So basically, that's why you have to always apply the technical rules in this field, because you cannot say that I have been underground for 50 years and today I have let's say Bulldog. Decide to sing a song. Decide to sing a song today, and the song blow. You say Bulldog has been around for how long, so he cannot be a best new artist.
Okay, let me.
He can. Once the song is in there,
No, I know.
Let him ask.
No, finish the submission, then he can come. He can come in with.
Because when he asks me, I'll still come back.
Yes,
that's why I want to ask so I can carry it along.
Problem.
Yeah.
So, Boo, they manage me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I've released a hit song this year.
Right.
But because of the competition,
you were shortlisted. Yeah.
Ghana, everybody know me.
Yes.
The next year I released a hit song.
Yeah.
I still couldn't fit in. Then the third year I released a hit song that actually fits in.
Yeah.
Then I'm supposed
qualified. I'm supposed to be best senior artist.
Yes.
Well, you see,
based on what they are saying.
Based on what he's saying, that's why he said that there are other dynamics he cannot put out there.
Yeah.
Because once the song
problem is,
see, Mr. Yarikam, Arnold.
Yes.
Let's be a bit open-minded.
No, I don't have a problem with the decision.
No, you are trying to get us right information.
Let us know, say,
if the okay.
Yes.
Logic. Go ahead.
At the same time, Robert too, they feel say you are running down the integrity of the scheme.
How? No.
You said it's a company, and then
that was uncalled for. That commentary was that it's a company. Well, I mean, I think say it be chicken coop or
make a finish.
I don't say the company. So don't tell me say you the company.
You had your brother. You didn't say that one. If you not the go.
So the thing be say Mzgee.
No wait.
Mzgee.
You be irritated for the long haul.
The thing be say every award scheme is working with a product. That's music. Regardless of their category definitions, operational definitions, policies, whatever. The music speaks volumes than any other definition. Once the music go to like J-Bad, like who be J-Bad with today for the best new artist? What is his biggest song? If I ask now, what is his biggest song as J-Bad? But based on few bars around him and 1 and 2 here and there, you feel that he's qualified to be there. But if I ask that, what is his biggest song now? Can you tell me his biggest song that everybody's singing across nationwide? We may not find, but I'm saying that because he has popped out as a new art who is making waves, he has qualified to be there, which makes sense. So I'm saying that the song is what makes the scheme.
Yes.
So
we'll come to that point.
Yes. So it means that it will tango fi come where you bet me we can go beyond policies and definitions and still qualify people to be there. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what.
But where is it 2 points? Now, me per se, me bisa Robert. Now, 2 of the things that Wakan are met, first, see, he then hit song. se song na precede nomination na and then hit song na Jebad won here you betimi aka say
or best new artist
new category
biggest song
best new artist category.
Yeah, I'll raise it again.
yeah you have it
Okay, so as in
you can
there are so many things that I don't have off my head, but I know say considerations were made into there certainly is a song that must have got his works in there. You understand, and that is the reason why he got a nomination. You understand, again, because that particular conversation in technicality with the submission that has come, no, I don't want to go to that side, and I know you keep because of obviously this is Mzgee. You keep bringing us
because if there's no clarity, how do we move on?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That
I understand. So
this
this particular one, we can bench it. We can talk about the other one, which is
let me ask a question. Doesn't the best new artist category come with maybe a work?
A banger.
Doesn't it come with a work? So
it is supposed
to. Best new category song ne
like Jiwaye for us case Mampi.
It doesn't it come with that so that easily people don't have to set or argue to see as their hit song na Jebad why yen na yen timi nkai Jebad hit song or wa or the best new artist and bar with song no.
The song will bring you in, but the American say, I don't want to discuss the Jebad conversation now.
Okay. Let me give him another point.
Let's use the girls.
Wait. So let's use the yes. We will not use the girl. We will not use the girl. Wait. We will not use the girl. Also on page Jebad. I'll give you another one.
Open another one.
Oko best new artist. You were Chief One.
Yes.
You were Jida Zonto. Okay. Also on page Jebad. Change Jida Zonto no more the real scheme. Not change. Chief One you saw the real scheme.
Okay. As best new artist.
As best new artist.
So our research again. Let me say this and I'll answer him. Is it a demand?
No, but
what I'm saying.
So you don't like my tone or you don't like the question?
That's what I was trying to say.
My tone.
That's my tone.
Is so not good. I like to do so. I don't care.
See, that's what I was trying to say. At the end of you.
My tone is there.
You sound too authoritative.
I'm not. That's it.
Wait.
Okay, Robert.
The skin. Okay,
Robert. Exactly. That's what I was saying. That if you like, this is how you want to.
Okay, Robert.
I will listen to you.
Okay, Robert.
And if you like, you can die.
You sound too authoritative.
Like yo.
Okay, Robert.
So speak well.
Robert,
so that we can have a conversation.
No problem.
Don't think so.
No problem.
You sound too authoritative.
You pay money. There'll be
no problem. No problem.
You have concerns. These are my concerns. So that we judge.
Relax.
So that we have the conversation. You understand? That behavior. I'm wondering where you're carrying it to. Because at the end of the day, I can just listen to you. And my employers will be happy with me.
No
and
problem.
Increment in pay. So I'm not even here to please you, Arnold.
No
anybody can speak, I can listen. The whole Ghana can speak, I can listen.
Okay.
But you, I can choose not to mind you. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm not getting any value because the way you are speaking is not working for me.
Okay, boss.
And you have to learn. You have to learn to control how you're speaking. That's all.
No problem. Okay.
But no problem. Can you shout it?
What's wrong there?
Approach me. Why are you shouting? Relax. We are here to
Shane.
conversate.
Paucho. To Boasi. Yes, sure say Arnold or anything against you, Robert. Maybe I don't make na dream so and all bisa. And it's also to me.
Or bisa anasa or demand anasa or commanding. Which is which?
Paucho so customer organization.
Hey, look, you can't talk to me that way. Will you be happy? It's a simple question. Will you be happy?
Mzgee.
All I'm saying is I didn't leave my home. See, I didn't leave my home. The producer didn't call me to come here for Arnold to come and speak this way. They invited me to a UTV program. Who is the host?
How am I speaking?
And I'm engaging with you. It's why on the side that you have issues, that you know my telephone number, that you know my office, that you have information. If you have anything, you can come and have the conversation. You can't just speak anyhow because you feel say I am available. I can be available, but I won't speak to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I am not feeling this kind of conversation. I didn't come here I drove my own car, spent my own fuel. And so don't just speak because you think I'm available and then you speak anyhow. No. Find a way to speak well.
Okay.
Agreed? Agreed?
No problem.
Agreed?
I beg you.
Agreed?
Arnold.
Yes.
Me Paucho.
Yes, sir.
Me Paucho.
Yes, ma'am.
Who kasa for organizations? And who kasa? I say, Arnold and Paucho questions that will be sanu. Your personal questions.
I didn't mean personal question. Oh, there no problem. I beg. Chief one.
Excuse me.
Me pastor or bisa a question.
Pacho
Obe answer na no answer no.
Pacho until that's why.
And that's also bisa wa umbrase.
No be I said you should speak well. That is our speech.
And already a person say, hey, now what walking upset? What walking up your set, you know?
I'm back again. Somebody was pestering me.
And on the pastor.
Somebody was disturbing my feet.
Men understand.
Me pacho.
The pastor bisa question.
I wasn't sure if it was putting
because ordinary car or trini car buy.
Robert, no problem. Me the bicycle buy. No good. Robert.
Bisa no
Robert. Ahun brasium. I didn't na Chief one. Enyombe no di rasking. Ahun brasium.
Good.
Azonto. Enyombe no di rasking.
Me da say. Okay. Pacho in the year under review. Born the year Juma. Your research capture tremendous works from these folks. Unfortunately, I'm going to make it cut in terms of the songs, but they were very prominent in the wisdom of the board and the guidelines. They were given the opportunity to feature in the new artist of the year.
Okay, Robert. Ukasa me no wonya dream because again it means that you guys are not using the category definitions.
I think guidelines were.
No. Cause you see. I need him wow. I was no. And what guidelines? Me the minimum guidelines are all can crawl. Say guidelines be shape board no pocket. We can sana me tiase because the whole scheme I mean guidelines. Now me show.
Okay.
Guidelines no eligibility. The amount of beer to me enter into the scheme. So eligibility no. And the song. So when you stronger, it means that we don't even qualify. And it is here, black and white.
Which is true.
Wait.
Which is here, it is not me. It is your product. This is your product.
It is where, please?
It is in your own magazine. It is your own literature.
I know, read it.
You want me to read?
Yeah.
Once is going about reading it, me person me as you and you be a definitions no kakra na.
The guidelines
definitions na the book way as far back as Abeng.
Oh, me say from
the same way na
2004
There's been a lot of
and I
don't know what he's seeing. Intermediate anchor, he should read it. I don't want a situation somebody will say no problem. It is here.
No problem.
It is here. No.
And the man reading it there.
When you don't know, you ask. I have given you the information. We have given you current information. I just said it. I just explained.
How you get
I've just explained to you. If you say you disagree, are you saying you know better than me who just finished this particular work? Then show me. Because we just finished the selection process. We have
me. I've been with this mini charter house.
Yeah, your name is even
past 10 years. Yes, I do all these.
Yeah, your name is here.
Now, this is what you need to understand.
Your name is Yamahas.
You can release 48 songs.
Yes.
All will be hits. All the 48 songs will be hits. All the 48 songs cannot be nominated.
True.
Pacho. Usually, there is a song that is bigger than the artist. And there are times that the artist is bigger than the song. Or they might go together.
Oh.
If I understand exactly what Robert Ekano, Usher songs, it be a best song of the year. It be a DJ Azonto, Sani na Ninyuno, I make it cut. And you say when you nomination, and you say one submit you or submit it. But no man in a could do need the to me and overtake his annual. But I do artists no, me personality, the why you will be qualified him to be there. No. It is justified.
No, it's artistry.
But do you know that? Do you know, say, an artist can get a huge song on your show back?
Let him make his point.
This is more like me and you are 40. Yes. But you a big song when you one show po so it's in Pacho. Your song precedes you, the artist. One your artistry be one call baby engineer show. and no to me affect war so new artist side no almost consider
but where you are going will bring a lot of
don't worry so when I finish then you come
in
and now ube to me a fairly big song yes and now artistry ube wo baby to actually even help push the song a band is ube advantageous about these two sana me mete ade na say
into America say that's how I understand it even it increases the volume of the situation because friend is a DJ Azonto. If it's artistry we are talking about what is the biggest show he played? But so that's another question. Good. I don't even want to look at it say one show because you can see a common you may even stand to disqualify him, which I don't want to go back to Robert and Arnold's heated argument. I want to believe say and then you qualified him to be there. Because if we should go into the artistry work,
I didn't say you not qualified.
No, I'm saying, I mean, based on your explanation, I say.
Because what you are trying to say is, so a new artist,
yes,
it's a sort like best new song, and now the song too has to be nominated.
Yes, because automatically it's a song that gives the brand.
But the song came to the board. It did not make the cut.
I am not talking to. I'm not talking about what the board did. What I'm saying, I'm talking to your explanation you gave. Say you can have a big song, then you will be qualified to
be best new
artist. And I'm saying that
the whole best. Me see, over to me, Anya. Hey, over to Anya big song. Until you will not qualify into the new artist. Over to me Anya song nomination.
But who's your best new artist?
Yes.
Who's your best new artist? Yes. And I make I say, how they confusing because all you say, okay, say your artistry can qualify you to best new art, but
because that's what it is. It is
your
best
song may
new
disqualify.
art, not best new song.
I don't know where decision, ma.
The reason why I say that, when Arnold is speaking, see Arnold very carefully. Arnold says he's a stakeholder. He's been following this thing for what? Years. Same here. So I can say it. Misuma be a stakeholder. Misuma Ejuma. Oh, they're already in our team.
Budo.
Oh, yeah. Design.
But say who say asem we are kano.
You know person kita book. Me I want team wa.
Budo say
yo yate into ya. Me be say me ba into yo yate into the define best new artist.
Because who say Robert Tiase. And seriously, I think this conversation is very key because taking a stakeholder.
It is.
We have artists that we are pushing here and there.
Yes.
So this conversation here can say see, I can't hear tomorrow. Say, affect here. How do we come out to address it? Are we going to start calling Robert to come and explain? To me, whatever I say here, no explanation around me. I'll work with it tomorrow.
Yes.
It may say, if your song makes me a big to qualify you to best new popular song, right? Then your artistry will disqualify you to best new artist.
Yes.
Then how did your song get there? Your personality did it get there?
Maybe Robert,
how?
if you get the question.
Is there anybody whose song got to the best?
Based on the explanation we don't give, that your song can be big, precedes you, then you may not play a show.
There's no artistry.
Then there's no artistry. You don't qualify to be a best new art. How does that work?
And so that's addressed to Budo Ghana because I'm not.
No, Budo only gave an explanation.
Yeah, what I understand.
Does it make sense to you? So that we all work with it tomorrow. Because if I get a big song now and they say, okay, your song qualifies, but the person doesn't qualify, then I'll say, Budok said you agree.
I beg, I know the part of the board.
But you say you be stakeholder.
I said,
what you know.
What do you mean? Are you not a stakeholder?
But
you know what a stakeholder means?
Okay. So I think I don't understand what you're saying.
It's okay.
If your song says a song, the song listen. But at the end of the day, no artistry, no. Like in terms of the new artist, then that can only happen if in terms of the competition in the best new artist, no category.
No one shortlisted.
One shortlisted. And about this hard, then you don't feature.
I said the same thing I said with the song. No, listen. If there are 40 songs and 40 artists, 40 songs and 40 artists, and you are comparing, and maybe 10 of the songs and 10 of the artists are very popular. What you are saying?
Yes.
Now, and maybe one song is bigger than all the 10 songs.
All the other songs, yes.
Or back up to song. So ono the artistry and onko and you say one bad schemes but unqualify and call new artists. That's what I know.
Okay.
Because
Robert, so he's only explaining say in terms of comparison with
yes,
other people.
Because the question here, I understand what
One person at a time.
It's with the artistry.
Arnold is saying that if DJ
one person at a time.
Mzgee, I'm not good. I'm not refuting your argument. My misunderstanding did the artistry part because if my song is big and it's playing everywhere and I don't play a show, I still qualify to be best new act. I still qualify to be there.
Yeah,
so
qualification is agreed.
Yes, it should be.
So we call it.
You understand?
So you find the entry point.
Entry point.
So you've qualified for the entry
Automatically.
yes. But in terms of the cast, then we look at you in relation with other people.
Who played more? Who were more
artistic? If we need to select 6,
it's not fair.
It's not fair. It's
not fair. It's not fair.
Let me go into other matters. Logic. If you need to select maybe a 6,
yes,
then the person like you are talking about, you have a big song.
My song is bigger than them. They play show than me.
Oh, earlier they will weight the elements of even how big your song is to even determine say even though you have only one song, but depending on how big it is, maybe it has to be there. But it is something that is weighed. It's weighed. And then
in this case, Chief One played more show than DJ Azoto.
But they are all there.
Yes, they are all there. So now if you are deciding the winner,
so you are saying
no, wait, but
the winner.
Mr. Logic, when him shows that Chief One about more than a year, waiting me compare because
Chief One, I said we've seen all the shows he's playing across.
And again, I like what Charterhouse is saying. Also, I'm my extra sheet for extra information. In Tibia, I work control say we have 10 shows. Wow. And at Chief One, I trust on your 30 shows. If you on research, on Munyanisa, no mudi account. It's in India, you see, we can sit and conjecture, but almost no kuta information.
We are the one doing the work now.
No, but
can I?
At this point, at this point,
okay. I said why I can't wait. Mzgee, sorry. Mzgee be my girl. So Mzgee.
Go ahead.
Good luck. I said why I can't wait. Me and you. Our hand there inside. Seriously.
That's why I'm also
because Vanilla have a big song now. They don't qualify for these 2 categories. It will become a problem.
Oh yes.
Whereas I sit here now, I get artist where he's the best vocalist in Ghana now. Hey, he's the best. I'm telling you, and I'm telling authority. What's his name? KJ is his name. Go and look for him.
Oh, you know here Vanilla.
Vanilla to
see where the argument is.
So the thing I told say, see, I'm coming. That is why my argument is loud because I know what I'm bringing.
Oh, yes. I'm not brought it.
I'm not bringing. I'm bringing something. Then I believe that next year I should qualify for best male vocalist, best new act, best popular song. I need the explanation Robert will give me. I will go record and put down. That's why they try to make we clear this matter. Me a good dog, because if Vanilla hits right now, it could be another discussion.
I understand.
Okay.
But
as much as possible, yeah, church my dream say, yeah, kwani ye kasa. At the end, more kind of technical way. You all share at nya huntiasie no ontiasie. Inti moon church mu. That's why now maybe Robert say, possible so betimi akan, and they are the king kind, and they all kind nipa no ofie bro focasa. And Elizabeth I said, but more kind of technical mistake holder me. Nipa no tifie no. On your stakeholder or your stakeholder so only information now woni bi. Inti pa try and try as much as possible.
Oh, means the here bonio so ko medical field ko doctor so mo kasa geography and model fit.
Obisa Dr. Bechechu mu. Obisa Obechechu.
No, but
all my jargons without telling you
the untimi compare to doctors na the fact say doctors no more your money my can say you make vote and I say 30% stake in it as general public.
Oh, so it's still they still speak in technical terms.
Okay, yeah, do doctors too. That better doctor wants to say you can't entertain. So if you ask what's now watching, why you ready to obey your performance now? They are also the old bread. They are also the old bread.
I want to start eating.
Ready. Okay, I know me 1 minute and not 2 now. Because I sister if you perform my because I
can say you can't session.
It's about me starting.
Robert, see, we are failing to realize one critical idea. Robert, Kanwaha. Say, I'm sure you need to address your behavior. anytime be all the arguments with the or say board for you so certain guidelines. And for me, I think they're problematic. Because the Biana a guided scheme no is in the public domain. And I do not have a problem if board no work on one technicalities be our issue. But because the VGMA no a public oriented awards, no, it's a board no say okay, let the general public know.
Communication. Given this answer already.
No, it's very important. Because if I raise a genuine issue, now catch me so board now use guidelines there. See, sir, artists are saying about entry with the news with a song. One am would say that's the eligibility. Do you know say Akwabwa is in High Life Artist of the Year? Akwabwa has no song. Samini is in Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year. Samini has no song. So no, he make a song come be hit song. So bisa I want say hit song being a Samini do enter into the skin. Hit song no when put the answer about omu release big song go and a shortlist year. They did not release any hit song within the year under review. Akwabwa did not release any hit song the year under review. So how did Akwabwa make it into the
shortlist
High Life song of High Life Artist of the Year? How did Samini make it into the Dancehall Reggae Artist of the Year?
Obe answer now.
Pacho, more songs why?
Or more hit songs.
More songs.
But your hit songs.
The only things that it didn't make it. That's what I'm saying. There are many things. I can't keep all of them in my mind.
I can help with that.
Okay, if you can.
So
Akwabwa, no, but that's the truth.
Akwabwa released the song. It wasn't a hit like big. What's your say? But the personality Juma.
Yeah, but
under the year of review, Pacho, it's not one qualify for best hit song or best hit artist to be
no, that is true. See, one last thing.
Are you speaking?
No, but you see, if you do that, we must
because Boo Baba Daddy now was Samba. Ube kasa na un kasa na me pasho ube kasa.
Me kasa. You asked for the name of the songs, and I may say I don't have the names in my head. So in terms of speaking, I spoke. In the American, they say artistry goes beyond the song.
No. How does it go? No, wait. I beg you. You make a read down. Make a read down. See,
I don't want to disagree with you.
You see,
if you read the definition.
No, you make a read down.
Make you read the definition. Make you read the definition.
Make a read down.
Or make you read the definition.
Let me go help you. Let me help you.
Hold on. Quick one. Logic and Budo. The problem I mean what with you reading the definition. Already be or say and yes sir. Into man no reading my name who said the same thing na Arnold Krana na because on no yes spokesperson. Already I will see on your
without the song without the song VGMA you cannot go there without the song.
Into what definition?
Okay, let me read the definition for best High Life artist. Is that
Arnold
the people you are talking about say they are High Life artists?
Yes, High Life artists.
Okay, good. The best High Life artist is the artist judged by the Academy Board and general public as the artist with the highest audience appeal and popularity in High Life genre. Okay, the artist must have released a hit single, EP, or album during the year under review.
Yes.
Now, the key thing is here. The key thing here is so even if you have a single, that's what it means.
No, hit single.
Oh yes. It didn't say nominated single.
No,
I'm coming. It didn't say nominated.
Oh yeah.
It's a hit single. Hit single is hit single.
Okay.
Nominated is because of ranking. There's a cut-off point until you may not make the cut-off points. So you may not be nominated. But it doesn't mean that the song is not a hit. That is exactly what is happening with the DJ Azonto song. So
it was shortlisted.
Mr. Logic,
sorry.
That's exactly what is happening with the DJ Azonto song. You understand? It is a hit single, but it is not nominated. But the definition didn't say nominated. So it's just about. So once you have that particular hit, you are good. It's an entry point. And then from there, we evaluate the other elements that make your artistry stand out because it's about you.
Okay.
So shows, all those other things they come into play, and then they are valued, and then we now decide to say, okay, and based on that, this person deserves to be nominated. This person deserves to be nominated. That's it.
If I should a question, maybe this will help. In TSC, I bet me to say, best maybe High Life artist, best reggae dancehall artist, no. Say, as we speak no, the artistry be preceding music nana. Let me say.
Yes, in that particular case, but
the
the reality is that the components, the music is part of that whole thing.
But the artistry will precede
artistry with that song.
The artist is bigger. No, the artist is
meaning
bigger,
that
can be bigger than a song.
Oh, Pacho, money,
Okay.
so that we can get him. Let us get him clearly. Then I will can watch never boy. Into Pacho, my into the say song no might not be necessarily as big, but if you any performance at performing or her in the best artists of best dancehall artists, best hip life artists, the artistry precedes Enyum.
No. Let me put it this way. That the artistry.
When you get his argument, then you can come in with
so let me put it this way. The artistry goes beyond the song.
So you just heard him.
The artistry goes beyond, which means it's more than. When we are mainly say we consider your music,
yes,
but we also consider other things other than the
I can understand that one.
Sarkodie has a song Labadi. Sarkodie is bigger than that song.
No,
this doesn't make sense.
Can I
understand your dynamism in terms of how you look at it, but this shouldn't be the general outlook.
No, but that's
yes, that's what I'm saying. I can understand from how you look at it.
Scheme.
You want to say I can understand from how he look at it.
They are scheme.
You understand it? The way you guys look at it, I can
understand it that way.
But it cannot be the standard outlook for.
You know, you just asked a beautiful question before.
Do you know for your industry, for your institution?
It's the logic of the system.
Because
is the logic of the system.
That's what I'm saying. For system, I understand.
2 minutes.
General outlook of the
argument is mama say sa conversation in sister if you perform me e by the time obe back no na makoma juju say na be ya onipa back kasa na back etie ni yonko say na be ya anti ase be adwuma yes sir we'll be talking over each other sir na obia antishwe into on that note no sister if you am pacho
what's your
break that chair.
what's like I can't comment
You dey talk about J-Bad, and you talk about hit song.
No,
who dey determine hit song? It be them.
Before you get into the category, you must have before you get into the category, you must have a hit song. That is what will get you to be considered. It's a popular song. What a hit song is.
Good. J-Bad has a popular song.
Which one?
Anajo.
Never heard before.
Good. You know you don't do it.
The thing it be J-Bad song or it be the whole team in song.
Gentlemen, good evening. Are you guys still fighting over this thing? Bulldog, good evening. Bra Roberts, good evening. Mr. Logic, we okay?
Okay, bro.
Arnold. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sister Ifia. And yeah, we're here to give you the best. Are you guys ready? All right, let's go.
Don't marry me, marry me. Okay, I know it's not a mirror. Batman, you walk out to man, if not then a session that she sing with me. Are you? Move and worry me, and or talk when to your tinting. When I'm back on, why already? Move and worry me, and I worry on a quiet tinting. Take away. Benisiana Sandiego Mewwe Odoka Sandia Cheremia. There was someone saying in that no keke. Na kumemu to me obedo me pepe. Memma oba from the sun kete. It's your day, my dear Kwame any day. You are the only one. Only one for me. I'll never leave you alone, baby. So baby, marry me, marry me, marry me. Yeah. Are you ready? Won't worry me, Anna. Or dark when see your yet, when I'm back corner. Why you ready? Won't worry me, Anna. I worry and a quiet thing. Where it Anna? Are you? So with me, won't worry me, Anna. Or dark when see your yet, when I'm back corner. Why you ready? Won't worry me, Anna. I worry and a quiet thing. What's up? Hey, hey. Are you having a good night? Mzgee.
Yes.
I like the way you are sipping your Charlie.
Inti, me sorry, someone.
Hey, come down, give me.
Okay.
No, please. I want to dance with you today. Are you sure your wife will not going to kill me? Are you sure? Are you ready?
We go do one.
If you want a tester, stop right there, I'm not your tester. Massa, kuchine jai kasa. I'm deaf when you talk. Do jam call. It's your type on Shurania. What you want me to die? You see my back, you see my front. When you see everything, you see my back, you see my front. When you see everything, everything. Oh, yeah. Tell you this, me can't tell you that. Don't put your troubles on my back. The me can't want it. Now Obi ko take on car. Me I'm done. What's the open me hot? Open me hot. Very much was in Ababaka. If you don't know, you go know. Obi ba. Beckon sumo. Adisatoshi eduna. One more time. You see my back, you see my front. When you see everything, you see my back, you see my front. When you see everything, good on. Sing. Oh, yeah. I be hustler. If the lover they want no be soccer. If the soul I no talker no be toaster. I get you everything you need no be shutter. Can't tell you this, can't tell you that. And then go cash. Yes I see your back, your front and your face. You go see say I go make no man take you away from me. No. Me I make ready for you, baby. Be ready. oh. No be long talk, no be your. Sister, if you are shut up, no the do long. You see my back, you see my front. When you see everything, you see my back, you see my front. When you see everything, Boo, don't sit down yet. Oh. Don't sit down yet. Me and you, we have an unfinished business. If I say I love you, no be say you're a fool. Just be say I can't wait today plus you. Cause you give me joy any time of day with you. Baby more, baby, hey, I can't wait to say I do keke. Me say that, corner, yellow CC day for. Ha! If you say you love me, I gonna make you spend some pounds and dollars, eh? What they name me? Baby, no, baby, hey, I can't wait to say. Corner, yellow CC. Ah, if you say you love me, I go make you spend some pounds. Yeah, what they name me? Now I'm so bitter, oh, baby. Take it away, young quo. Swear what lie, your love they hyper more. If you are gonna marry me, then you go bum like four. The first time I saw you, I never believe what I saw. You be like some angel when I see your face. Oh my gosh! Promise on my honor, me I go they love you until you go tired. Your mama, your papa, them go love the things I go do for my Maya. Money oh money, goody. Baby, yeah, I can't wait to say I do keke. Say, corner. If you say you love me, I gonna make you spend some pounds and dollars. What they name me? Now I'm so getting oh, baby. I can't wait to say I do. One more time. Corner. If you say you love me, I go make you spend some pounds and dollars. What they name me? Now I'm so bitter, oh, baby. Baby, yeah, I can't wait to say Okay, I'm thinking of what to do for you. What's wedding? So happy birthday to you, Mr. Robert. And this is coming from the Slay Queen herself, Sister Fia, to you. I hope everybody's watching from home. I'm going to take you away from your wife tonight. I'm sorry. Let's go. we come from one brown D. See, baby, we the hustle, beauty. You need them, so down, now you flex it. 247 in the streets, now you sweat it. Yeah, you see, now you didn't see, now you no. Come on, some Steve Wonder. You pay your police, we know on your hands up. Cause we give the hustle love to avoid the handcuffs. We keep it clean, yada, yada. We make our money, yada, so with me, I saw, dang, you can't have a dang. Now no a day, so they are who a day. They be with the hustle. I saw a day, you can't have a day. Now no a day, they are who a day. They be with the Happy birthday once again, Mr. Robert. God bless you. Everything you do, may you succeed. I saw a day, you can't have a day. Now no a day, so they are who a day. They be with the hustle. What? I saw a day, you can't have a day. Now no a day, so they are who a day. Alright, one drop. No be say your boy be lazy. A you many want in a Asamaya crazy. What ya shall bo chena with your Jay-Z. A bear dana. Yeah, but pano no. Samodi mochia koto. Hey, we are missing ponyo doctor. We need ya obia wow. We obia tiao. Na so, I can't tell what you do. Naminti and real.